Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hermits on Bedrock. I am your host, Conman1125, and this is episode 15 of Season 3. In this episode, we're starting off kind of in a peculiar position. We never really start from the SD, but now we are. Because last episode, recent development, as you know, we gained access to the Shulker farm. And we have a huge surplus of Shulker shells, as you saw in last episode. But in this episode, me and Hammer Time have decided to go in cahoots and make a Shulker farm, or a Shulker shop, right? So, the shop is actually going to be inside of a Shulker box. And what makes this so special is that out here, as you approach the shop, it's actually going to open up as a Shulker would because of Hammer Time's amazing, wicked smart redstone skills. So hopefully this will all work out, and we're going to do, we're going to sell in here the Shulker shells themselves, Shulker boxes, and then like over in this corner we'll sell the regular chests just in case you want to put them together yourself. Might be a little bit cheaper or something. But after this, later in the episode, I really want to connect the roads to the castle, as well as I have two ideas for other buildings to put in our marketplace down there at the dock. And I said last episode I kind of wanted to get out of the castle this one, so we're probably not going to go back to the castle this episode. Maybe, maybe not. And finally, I really want to finish the slime farm, or even start a slime farm. I know I've been saying that for a while, but hopefully we'll get it done. And now that we are, established, we got the Shulker boxes, we got infinite Shulker boxes, we have pretty much all the technology we need to build the big and best farm. So I'm going to build a ginormous slime farm, hopefully. And yeah, so hopefully you can look forward to that, and I'll bring you guys back whenever we get the redstone installed, and then I'll show you probably the process I'm going to use in terraforming the land around the shop as well. So let me go, guys, get to work, and I'll see you in just a second. Aha, so now Hammer has finished the redstone, and I finished the interior. Check this out. And that's it closed. And then just like a normal shulker, or not a normal shulker, but this, you hit it once and then boom, it opens. And you come in here. And that's how it is. And you have 2 dimes per shulker. That's a pretty good, fair price. You just take one, put the payment in the barrel. Or we might even put some extra shulkers in here, maybe just a row of 9 or something like that. And then 2 shulker shells to be determined. I forgot how much me and Hammer Time decided to charge for that, and of course, chest, 1 diamond for 32, and then we, of course, are going to put some chest in there. I'll make some more later on. But now we have the challenge, and let's fly for a moment. Now we have the challenge of terraforming this to where it looks like it's just stuck in the wall. As if we place it there or something. I don't know. But we got to terraform this up to make it look like the side of this mountain, more or less, right? And I got a couple different ways that I can do that. But just a couple things I want to talk to you guys about before we even start to think about doing that is texturing Minecraft-generated terrain. Okay, as you know, and you look around this cave, most of it is untampered with. I'm not going to look over here because I did all this. But you see, you have big chunks of grass and big chunks of I never remember what this name of this is. Big chunks of granite. Yes, of course, granite. And you got these ores everywhere, and you got just little chunks of everything. It's not like sprinkled throughout. It's a big chunk of something, and then it goes back to being just stone. So when considering that, coming back up here to my old shop, all this right here was all made by me, right? I think from this block all the way over. Like, you come in here and you can even see that, all this has been generated, or not generated, but made by me. I even went as far as to put in some like coal ore and a big blotch of andesite instead of just the little bit of sprinkled that that I like to do. Of course, I blended it in with this diorite and stuff like that. But you see, it makes it look a lot more realistic, wink wink, because, Minecraft realistic isn't really realistic. But we got to figure out how to do that over there. Okay, and I'm going to take some inspiration from this little piece of terrain right here, where you can see it kind of just comes out into this cliff, and we're just gonna turn this into a little bit of that. It's where it starts up like this, and it's gonna kind of come out like this and blend into this cliff face. And we might have to go as far as to terraform out a little bit, so not just this little like little 12 by 12 space, but actually come out to like maybe where that torch is up there, and then where this little thing is right here, and just kind of come out to make it all blend in together. Because if we do just this little piece right here, it'll be very noticeable, and the goal is not to notice it, just to see the shulker in there and be like, oh look, there's a shulker. That's neat. Let me go inside the shop. But I mean, it's awesome redstone. As you can see, it's very complicated up there. Hammer Time did all this madness to do the double piston extenders and stuff like that, and it's on the top and the bottom, so it's kind of nuts. But I wanted to show you that before I got started, kind of talk to you through the methods that I take whenever I'm looking at terraforming something that's already been generated by Minecraft. We'll probably even bring this out a little bit as well, and maybe even make a path up to it. Who knows, right? But let me brainstorm on this a little more, and I might even go into a creative save and mess around with this a little bit before I come in here for a few hours and try to terraform it by hand or on the cuff or whatever you want to say. But let me go. Okay, I've been rambling a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know my process and stuff. So let me go, and I'll get this done. So I log off from making that last clip and come back, and Hammer's already done it. Wow, what a guy. And it looks actually good. He asked me to tweak it a little bit, but I think we're just going to leave it just like it is. I think it looks perfect. But I mean, just how cool is this? I mean, that's just, I love this. I'm loving it. The jump! And of course, we foresaw the problem, or Hammer foresaw the problem, foresee the problem of somebody walking on it twice and getting locked in here. So there's a panic button. Check, no sales. We sold like 2 or 3 shulkers, I'm pretty sure, but I think Hammer's already collected the profits. Come back out, and the door closes. That's awesome. But I've also gotten some stuff done back at our castle, so let's pop over there and see what I've done. Back here in the castle, in particular, the sorting room, and I finished this right here, the super smelter, right? It's not much of a super, it's a little bit more compact. I'm pretty sure there's like 20 less furnaces than last time, but it's the same design used by, I think Foxy No Tails is the one that I got it from originally. Kind of had to modify it a little bit to get the timings right on the smaller version, and some things are different here and there, but mostly it's his stuff. But it works very well. I've already done a lot of smooth stone and everything for the project that I've actually been working on mostly. And what I wanted to show you now, so they'll actually fly out together, and that project is roads, right? And it looks very bland, of course it does, because I haven't textured anything yet. And I came up with many designs on how to make this road. And the reason why is I pretty much had 2 choices, right? I could have taken it straight out and brought it over, or I could have had a little curve in there. And I like the curve idea because I was looking down here at this road that we already had, and it's just the curve gives it a little bit of life. And where there are the sharp corners, there's going to be buildings. So there'll be like a small building right here, and you come up even further, and there'll be another small building up here, and so on and so forth. And then up here, we're going to have some buildings around the castle as well as some buildings inside the castle. So like right here will be a little building, nothing in particular, I haven't decided what yet. There might be another smaller farmer right here with some crops. There might be, a couple of little buildings throughout here, and just make this place really seem like, there's 100, 200 people living here, as there would be in a regular castle. So we got a lot of work to do, but I got the basic layout done. And like I said, it looks plain now, but if you look down here, this is what it will look like when it's finished right here, because we still got to add a lot of cobblestone to really just bring out some of those other gradients of gray in our builds. But yes, I mean, I'm super excited to get this done. I got 2 buildings in particular already designed and ready to go. I just have to decide where to put them. I know one's going to probably go right in here somewhere, or maybe right in here. And the other one's going to go right here, facing this direction, to kind of complete this this castle. Not this castle, but this area in general. We'll have a building right here, put some more trees around, and really just complete this little sector of the of the port. and that way we can continue to move down and complete little things. And this side's pretty much done, actually, after that. After this building, this side will be pretty much done. But yeah, guys, so, just like to keep you updated with what's going on. And I'm going to keep working on this stuff. And I'm actually, while you're here, I'm going to start streaming again. Twitch.tv/comment1125. The link is on my channel, and I might even put it in the description below. But I haven't been streaming for a long time, and I'm really going to start back now. And we're going to get some stuff done on the stream so that, you guys can come and watch and stuff like that. Oh, and I got the sword idea from Reddit. I like the sword idea. It's not going to stay here, but it's kind of interesting. I might put it as like an Easter egg or something up there or something like that. But guys, I'm going to go get to work. Don't let me hold you up. And I'll see you in just a second. So, an update for you all. Behind the woodcutter's house, the lumberjack, however you want to call his name, past the forbidden forest, is this right here. This is the slime farm. I've spent quite some time digging this hole all the way down to Y level 11, and I still got a little bit more digging to do, but we're almost ready to begin building the platforms and placing the iron golems. And it's a very simple design, but the tutorial that I am following in particular is by Silent Whisper. I just want to make sure that I get all the rates possible. In this one, it's loading the whole spawning sphere. And if you wonder what this is right here, this is Foxy No Tails mod, and I'll show you guys kind of what I'm talking about by the spawning sphere. You can actually see it with this add-on. Let me see, there's the chunks, directions, and this one. Aha. So you can see from that position, the green is where things spawn, and this is kind of like the spawning zone, and then the red, of course, is where things will despawn. So like if you go outside this red border, the mobs will despawn. But that's a pretty cool feature. And the armor stand mod, also, of course, the chunks is probably like my favorite, most used one. But you also got like a little thing that tells you how far away you are. Oh, whoops, I gave him the like how many days in game. 7,698. I don't know if that's Minecraft. That's definitely Minecraft days. I haven't been playing this for like 12 years. But we can actually tear this down now because we got to clear the space for some platforms. Once I get all those placed in, I'll bring you guys back, of course. But I already even seen some slime spawning down there while I was digging it out. So we're definitely got a good slime chunk far away from any other slime chunks, so that we don't like load any of those slimes in. I've already checked for caves underneath and everything else. Pretty much covered all my bases. And we're going to do some mob proofing of surrounding caves just to make sure within that sphere. I'm going to put a sphere in our AFK spot just to make sure that we don't run into like any kind of mob cap or anything like that. But guys, I'm going to start placing these platforms in, and I'll bring you guys back whenever it is finished. Well, here we are at the slime farm, and I have finished it, cleaned up, and did 8 platforms. And I also AFK'd for 3 hours, and I wanted to check this with you guys. We can check it together. Let's see. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Is it the system not working? Ow, ow, ow. How much was that we were about to lose? Oh my god, did we about to lose like a whole bunch? Is this not the side? Ooh, this isn't the side. I really got to make it a little bit more accessible, which I'll do here in a second. It's not going. Is it? It's full. Wow. It's full already. 3 hours, and they're food digest. I imagine it would be the same on the other side. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Let's see. We'll go over there and see real quick. But wow, man, I can't believe I was thinking to do like 2 of these. I don't think that's gonna be necessary at all. Wow, look, they're already spawning. It's working so well. Look, there's even more. So that means this side's full too. Dude. Wow, this is impressive. So I guess this means we can take the slime farm off of our list now. And guys, we are really getting close to finishing this thing. Now all that's left is the prismarine, the ice, the flour, and the ink. Which really the iron farm doubles as an ink farm. But I don't know. We might switch that out with something a little more interesting. I'm not sure. Once we finish all the farms, that'll probably be the last one we do, simply because of, it's the one we might change. But let's go and see what's next. And that would be, as we talked about, the next building over here. And I've already started to work on it. A wandering trader. That's okay. I'll do it after this. But yeah. So this is the building. And it's a little bigger than I anticipated, but however, that's not going to be a problem. We're always up for a little bit of terraforming, as you can see. This hill right here is kind of blocking our way. So now we have to pretty much terraform this out. I'm pretty much going to take this right here and extend it all the way like over there at this height, so that we'll have a little bit of wiggle room close by. And then plant a lot of trees back here, because this is going to be a little bit more of a grown in, like nature's kind of grown into it. You see we're already using some moss variants already, getting those put in. There's going to be a lot of moss and grass and things of that nature. But I just want to bring you guys in and show you where we're actually going to be building the build at, and a little bit of progress and stuff like that. I mean, you can kind of see I haven't really done the base layer yet all the way around, kind of working my way around clockwise. And then go up with the roof and the ceiling. And there's also going to be a corner tower over there. It's a stone tower, and I think it'll be a pretty nice view from over here. And as you come in, it's kind of faced this away, so from the dock it might not look as good as from the front, but we'll see what we can do about that. Definitely. Well, I'll let you guys know, and let me finish this build up real quick, and we'll discuss it some more. And kablam! It's done. It is finished. At least the exterior. As is our tradition around here on this channel, we do not finish the interiors immediately. We will, though, eventually. And I tried to integrate as much nature into this build as possible. As you can see, we got the vines going. We got, all sorts of vines and mossy cobblestone. I'm actually going to replace some of these stone bricks with mossy stone bricks. We got the grass growing up there, just kind of like a nature, eco vibe. Got some grass up there on the tower, and it's looking really good. I'm very satisfied. We got the azalea leaves up there, trying to incorporate a little bit of those new blocks we got this season, and I'm really satisfied with how this turned out. And this is pretty much going to be the person that takes care of the plants. I can't think of the name right now, but I'll leave in the comments if you can, for the person that takes care of plants. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But we kind of started to expand the forest, and you can kind of see the line I'm drawing, which is actually going to be out to here. We're going to expand the forest out. Let's kind of fly, take a high fly. We're going to kind of expand the forest out like this, big circle like this, because right here where these slabs are is actually going to be a small path that's going to lead us to the to these wagons back here, right? But I got the chimney up. Back to the build, and back here we're actually going to have a botanist. That is the name. Don't worry about the comments, ladies and gentlemen, but if you did, that's great. But we're going to have like a little greenhouse back here, not very big, very, very small, and it'll have like little tables like this, and it'll have the flower pots on top and the plants inside, as if he or she is taking care of it. And yeah, so I mean, I think that, and it goes well because this is kind of the plant side of things. You got the farmer right there, and then the lumberjack, making sure the trees grow healthy and the plants grow healthy, and everything like that. And this kind of closes off this side of the market, right? The farmer, the woodworker, and the botanist, right? But also, I had an idea, and let me know what you think about this in the comments. Up here on top of the hill, or maybe a little farther down so we can actually render it in, I thought about doing one of those messenger towers. Back then they sent pigeons and hawks out to deliver messages. I thought about making one of those towers here, but maybe not. I mean, we already got one tower on this side of the map. Maybe I'll build it on the other side or something. But now let's turn our gaze over here towards the road. Okay, as you can see, very plain. Very plain. But have no fear, because look at these roads. These roads look awesome. These roads look fantastic. And that's what these roads are going to look like, or those roads are going to look like when we finish them. And that's going to be the next thing I do, and probably the final thing I do in this episode. I know I said I'd get 2 buildings done, but as usual, we bit off a little bit more than we can chew this episode. But don't worry, buildings are coming. We're going to have to do a lot more buildings around here because we have to fill in pretty much this whole entire space with buildings and, people living here, living buildings more than markets, right? As well as me and Hammer, we were talking the other day. We have some ideas for this side as well that I'm not going to spoil just quite yet. But let me get to work on these roads, texturing, getting my cobblestone out and my andesite and maybe a little bit of tuff around there. And I'll bring you guys back when I finish that. The more we add around here, the more I really start to enjoy this part of the map. This is definitely my favorite season so far. I know I say that every season, and I guess that's a good thing. And I keep saying I love these builds, and I really do, and that's awesome. I'm loving these builds, especially like these over here. These are like pretty much my most unique builds as far as, going above and beyond my own build style. But I finished the road, or kind of finished the road. I textured it pretty much. And, it's just, I was standing on top of this building right here, and I was just looking up there, and that's just awesome. I wish we had like 2 or 3 more chunks of render distance. We're definitely going to have to take the pick for this thumbnail in a creative world so we can get that full render distance out there. But I textured the road, and I really enjoy it. I added a little retaining wall here. And now we have space for quite a few builds we can put around here. We could put a building right here, maybe down there a little more. We could put a building right here. We could put a building up here. Well, let's just fly. Let's fly. I'll show you. You put a building here, and here, and here, here. Up here, definitely. About right here. A little building. And then the train is going to come up from here, kind of to match this over there. And then you come up here. I added this little azalea tree just to kind of give a little pizzazz to it. And we're waiting on the grass to grow in there. And I also added a little bit of moss blocks just to kind of texture the grass a little bit. I'm going to put some flowers in there later on maybe. And of course, we got to the bone meal all this and put grass down, but that'll come later. But, there's going to be a road going this way, and I'm not decided yet, fully sold on the idea of having buildings on both sides. This being kind of our first street as far as kind of like that one down there in the main street where we have buildings on both sides, not necessarily market, but more residential. But then again, I don't want to make them like 2 or 3 stories tall because then we won't be able to see like the full, the castle, of course. And then the road's going to it's not going to stop here. I just kind of put a stopper there just for right now. But the road's going to continue on to here, and then it's going to split again, and it's kind of like a T intersection right where the sword is. And then, we're going to have different kind of buildings around. And it's going to be, the church is going to be in here, and the horse stables are going to be over there, and pretty much we're going to have a big armory and barracks and stuff like that going on around here. But I want to leave pretty much all this is going to be just plain because in reality, in real life, they used to cut down all the trees surrounding the castle so they can shoot their bows. So I'm not going to build anything past pretty much this point right here. It's still going to be the same. I'm trying to leave these trees naturally generated. This tree was actually down here, and I moved it literally block by block and took pictures of it and recreated it with the exact same leaves it had. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit original, and this is an original tree. And yeah, but it's just turned out amazing. Just ignore that texturing or terraining right there. But it's just turned out great. I'm really enjoying doing buildings and get the apothecary built. Finishing up this area, but we had a good time this episode. We kind of stayed out of the castle a little bit, and for 2 weeks of me just kind of working on my off time, building these builds down here and designing and working on the road slowly but surely. And then yeah, so next episode we're definitely gonna hit up inside of here and finish that back wall. Now that we got the smelter in, kind of just build a wall like that. And then also we're gonna have to work on the treasury because my valuables chest and shulker is very full. So I want to make sure we put all of our cool things that we've gotten on display, all our rare items on display, so that everyone can come around and, see it as if it's like a museum or something. I don't know. It'll also have, like, I say my first pickaxe, my first axe, and all those tools, and they'll be on display too. And first elytra and things like. Actually, I don't think I got my first elytra, but you guys get the gist, right? So next episode's gonna be jam packed, full of excitement. And yeah, I mean, this has just been a great episode. I really enjoyed doing all this building. I thought about putting another retaining wall right here, but we're going to see what happens later on. But guys, I don't want to hold you up much longer. I kind of get to rambling, and I'll go on forever. But thanks for watching this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And, we finally did the slime farm, and it is working fantastic. I already got almost a whole chest of slime blocks already, and I've only AFK'd it for 4 or 5 hours. And, of course, that link is going to be in the description below. But, again, thanks for watching this episode. If you liked it, of course, hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment, because it really helps the video spread and, get on other people's suggested videos. And also, if you really loved it and you want to help out the channel a lot, you can always subscribe to the channel. That way you get, it on your feed, all the new episodes and stuff like that, because I really want to start cranking these out. I know I keep saying that, and I'm really trying you guys to crank one out a week. But, pretty much one every 10 days is how it is. But, again, thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you in the next episode.